Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone. Today I have even more exciting news regarding Thorpe Park's brand new roller coaster. Now, some of you may remember during the whole consultation period for Thorpe Park's new ride, Project Exodus, there was a document which outlined the park's next steps and how the process would go from now to the point where hopefully this new roller coaster can get built. And on this next step document, it stated that the park would be aiming to submit plans for this new ride to the council in spring 2022. And it was very annoying because, like, technically this coaster could still be denied by the council, and it was such a long period of time to wait before we get any kind of definitive answer as to if this coaster is going to go ahead. However, literally within the past few days, Thorpe Park have submitted their first kind of plans about this coaster. That's right, if we go onto the Runnymede Borough Council website, then we can see that Thorpe Park submitted a new application on the 21st of December 2021. And if we go into the documents here, obviously we get a lot of normal just planning stuff, outlining everything that the park wanted to do, but we then get the exciting stuff, which is some new diagrams and drawings. These are just preliminary plans that are outlining what kind of groundwork will need to take place before the big coaster construction itself takes place. But of course, this does include what things will be removed in anticipation for Project Exodus, which I think is the most exciting thing to look into. The first planning document that we see is this one here, which gives us a great overview of kind of the lake area that, as you can see from this document, is going to be modified for this new coaster. The light blue line right here outlines where the current lake that Loggers Leap used to go around is, and the dark blue outline will be the new kind of area of this lake. So they're going to make it a little bit smaller. Now, if we carry on down this big document, we then get to this page, which outlines the current area of the park. And as you can see, everything that's in red are things that are going to be sacked off. They're going to be gone. And in this document right below it, you can see just why some of these things are going to be gone, because the coaster is literally going to be exactly where some of these things are. So the most notable things are, of course, the fact that the entirety of Loggers Leap will be going. Obviously, it hasn't been operating at the park for many, many years now, but we're finally going to be seeing it getting removed. Next up on the cutting block, we've got the old train station, which used to house the Canada Creek Railway, back when they used to go over to Thorpe Farm and kind of around the Soar the Ride and Loggers Leap area. That station is going to be gone and replaced by the new Exodus station. As you can see, it's going to be pretty much in the same area. But yeah, that's quite sad. Like, it's an iconic building at the park. My fondest memories of that building go way back to Fright Nights, where you used to queue for Blair Witch in there. Next up, we've got the removal of just kind of small buildings. Like, I think this one is a lumber jump operating booth. Over here, we've got the building that holds the claw machines. And then, as you can see, the curly fry unit will in fact be going, because the coaster track literally would go straight through the middle of it otherwise. And then just behind that, Rocky Express. We kind of knew it, but it's going to be going as well. And then just over to the right of that, we've got the old Loggers Leap station, which now houses the Fright Nights Maze Creek Freak Massacre. As you can see, the queue line goes straight over the top of it. That's going to be so weird, standing there knowing that Loggers Leap used to be there and Creek Freak Massacre. Also on this plan, it's worth noting that the lake being filled in isn't quite as drastic as it was in that previous image. Like, we've still got this kind of big open lake, whereas in the previous one, this little section here was closed up. But it seems like they are just going to close in the borders of this lake a little bit. Also, really interestingly, the final drop of Loggers Leap is exactly, like, to the millimeter where the final brake run for Exodus is going to be. Like, look at that. Surely that was like planned for some reason, whether if it's to do with support or boundaries to the park, I don't know. But it's so interesting that it literally fits perfectly. The other thing to notice on this particular picture is the fact that we're going to be getting some new buildings created with this new coaster. We've got a big new maintenance building kind of behind where Burger King is, as well as obviously the ride's main station over here. And then we've got a new little food and beverage unit, which will be like a queue line shack or something. And then we've got this new photo booth where you used to kind of exit Old Town towards Samurai over here. And then, yeah, the hub looks like it's going to be turned into a retail or food and beverage unit as well. And then if we move downwards towards the final page of significance, for us at least, in this planning document, we get what the kind of general area will look like once Project Exodus is built. And I've been studying these plans quite a bit, and I think I've figured out what the queue line layouts are saying. We've got 3 kind of queue line entrances over here. So this is where I presume the main sign for the ride will go. As you can see from this kind of current image of Old Town, this is the kind of area where you will be entering the queue lines for this new ride. And yeah, we've got 3 different entrances it looks like. It looks like the one, as we're looking at this image, furthest to the right will be some kind of ride access pass entrance, as it kind of goes straight round up towards the station and up what looks like a ramp and some kind of wheelchair lift straight up into the station. Now the one in the middle, to me it looks like it could be a fast track line, as it also follows the same path as the previous queue line and just goes straight up and merges with the main queue. And then the main queue furthest on the left, looking at this image, is obviously quite a long one. It takes you around this entire area, right round up towards the first kind of outer bank, and then it brings you back towards this final little cattle pen, and then up towards the station, merging with fast track at this point. And then, as you can see, when you exit the ride, you head down via this splash plaza, and then it sends you straight into what will be the photo booth and the gift shop or restaurant to end off the ride experience. So yeah, that was an in-depth look at the plans recently submitted by the park to the council. In my opinion, this is a great thing that the park are really setting this project off nice and early, because obviously with us expecting the park to just submit these plans in springtime, there was a possibility that the council could have so many problems with it, and dare I say it, the project could have just been refused and flat out cancelled. However, the fact that Thorpe are already putting in these submissions means the council are very aware of what Thorpe are wanting to do, and yeah, to me it just seems like a good sign as for the prospect of this coaster actually getting built. Oh boy, it's exciting. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date with any more information that we get, so be sure to subscribe to be kept up to date with this brand new exciting project at Thorpe Park. And otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. My name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.
Yeah. My team front row when we jump on a train. Got the merch on, reppin' SLK. Island flex when I step through the gate. Come true fresh with the style on flames. Dripped out, now I'm vibing. Link with the boys, jump straight to the island. Silkstone flex on a wave like tidal. Style so crazy, I hit it in asylum. Brand new style, all summer all flex. Brand new vibe, got them all impressed. That's I plus you on the island. Reppin' that SLK STN.